I think they have Mirrex. Yep, here we go. See, rotation proof, but we still play Sorin. That's how we do it. Okay, this is officially the weirdest game ever, and I love it. Alright, alright. We will counter one of the Jace. Just please, don't draw Normalize. I will rage quit. I officially will rage quit this game if they draw Normalize. I think we have enough to support this. I want to target something, because then we get all of this back, and that potentially means a lot of extra value. I don't think it makes a big difference. Well, can I do it? Okay, let's try it. Alright, I actually didn't know about it. Alright, that's a good deal. We still are against the Tenacious Underdog. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today back with Dimir. It's fully rotation proof and pretty insane because we run 4 robberies, double Jace, Reef, so our milling power is pretty heavy while also being extremely defensive against all the aggro decks. 4 Go for the Fruits, 4 Cutdowns and a Sweeper. On top of this we have Intimidation Campaign for infinite value, and I'll tell you man, the games today will be super intense, like man, you will be on the edge of your seat, as you have seen the sneak peek in the intro. So let's go into action, have fun guys, and if you aren't subscribed you can support the channel with a single click. I mean, that's a good deal, and you get rotation proof decks probably like every second day or so. So I hope you'll enjoy it and have fun. Alright, let's set. We're going first. We have the Vault, and I mean we have a nice Demolition Field. Not Field of Ruin, but pretty much it. We don't know the matchup. This could be... So this is a long time player, looking at the avatar. But I have to risk it. Like, against aggro I cannot just stack counter spells. If they were 2 mana counter spells, like Normalize, you can do it. So in this matchup, 3 Steps Ahead is a very good card. So that's unfortunate that we don't have it. But we are going with the Collector's Vault, and this card is absolutely insane. Like, this might be our win con, honestly. Because when we finally go for the robber, it could be for like 10 or something. Every time they are passive, and they love to be passive, we can punish them. Of course, this is probably the Pixie deck, so they will probably start discarding some of our cards, I would assume. Maybe not, maybe not. Let's go with this one. And now we can start stacking. And one of the cool things about this deck, whenever you don't like Cutdowns and Go for the Throats, you just cycle them. Trespasser. This is pretty outrageous. I do not love it. So we have, we have 2 ways to play this, this play. We can either counter and not have a problem, or just try to endure it for as long as possible, but 4 damage a turn is a lot. And they will keep doing 4 damage a turn. I'm pretty sure they have sharded, but all the other creatures do not force us. Let's play the tap land. Maybe I should go Demolition Field, because we will cycle probably one of the lands. Cutdown shouldn't be something that is here. I honestly don't mind it. I mean, this doesn't kill us, right? Let's get rid of the Cutdown. And the mana is starting to stack very nicely. I'll tell you man, this is a very nice one. I'm not sure what we do with this. I guess there's a chance that we win by just letting it hit us every turn. They don't have deserts right now. Listen, whatever happens, I don't mind it. It's just 6 damage. So we can either get a lot of robbery value, and they want Mirrex probably. Do we want to do it now? Yeah, I think we go with it. 2, 3, 4. That's a decent value. It will also mean that we should hit land drops very nicely. I think they have Mirrex. Yep, here we go. See, rotation proof, but we still play Sorin. That's how we do it. And here's our play. That's actually meaningful. I like Duress, but we need to be aware. Demolition Field is something we probably want to keep, right? I don't have a Sweeper, so there's no point in forcing Mirrex right now. Alright, even though it doesn't hit us, it can kill all the treasures, so and they have another Mirrex. That's actually kinda scary. Alright, so they get 2 counters, and we are at 8. They get 1 counter, and we are at 2. Alright, I guess it doesn't work like this. We can get, sorry, I think we take one more hit. Do we go with Jace? This honestly could be interesting. If I play Jace, they don't... No. Alright, so this is the turn when we clean up the house, basically. All of the problems that are here will try to get solved. Of course they can bounce the Arcfiend, now we know about it. So when the counters would get low for some reason, they can just reset them. Alright, absolutely. I will take a land. Let's go for the blue one. And we can cycle one of the cards if we really want to. Yeah, that's it. Is that every creature or just our creatures? Yeah, it has to be our creature, so then we lose life. They still have Mirrex, so that's not perfect, but we will go with this. I kinda like my hand. I need to prevent, you know, some part of this damage. We will get to Deadly Cover-Up at some point. We have Sorin, so I'm not super scared about the mites, but I'm very scared about things like this, that he top-decked from the top. So what do we go for? The card, this card from this is absolutely abysmal. Maybe we just go Robber and try to kill it. I think this is what we have to do. This will be a huge problem. I'm not sure how exactly we solve this, but it will hurt, that's for sure. Yeah, I don't have really any counterplay here. It has to be Jace, I think. It's too many cards, and Jace is probably the lowest value. Right, this really hurts, but at least we get an extra turn, basically, that we can ignore, you know, whatever happens. And let's go. We need to get some good cards from our opponent. 5 should be enough. Rite of Oblivion seems to be absolutely perfect for this situation. I won't use Mirrex on this turn, for sure. Alright, and they don't have a way to kill it at instant speed. So we kind of found a way. We target this, we sacrifice this, and the crew is ours forever. Alright, and now I think we should go Sorin, right? Will be a little bit wonky, and our opponent can get rid of it, but they need to sacrifice something. It's not a big deal, unless we go like this. It's owner. It's owner hand. Let's see the owner for this one. Well, it's definitely not me. Alright, so we are not going with this idea. Return up to 1. Alright, so we can just play it. Yeah, I think it's worth it. It's the nice one of the might, so it, you know, relieves a lot of pressure that we have right now on us. And let's submit 0. So, you know, not to give our Sorin to our opponent. We work too hard for it. Unfortunately, our opponent has the second Mirrex, so he will continue. Like, I really hope that we can solve this problem with our Demolition Field, but he just drew another one. So, our opponent is really good. Like, he's getting a single card per turn. Like, he shouldn't be able to keep up this pressure for longer than one turn, but he absolutely does. That's very interesting that he played Takenuma. This seems a very bad play, unless he drew something insane. So, I would assume that he drew something insane, right? Like, this is basically any creature they want. Like, they could get Darkfiend, or just Novice Inspector or Trespasser. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. This is kinda what we assumed. Alright, we don't know about the card, but we know... Man, this Pixie was huge, like, she saved Sorin. And Cutdown is actually amazing right now. Alright, let's go for Untapped Land. I played mostly as an Untapped Land, not much else. This is okay tap. Alright. I mean, listen, we are absolutely getting there. Let's not hit super... Okay, this is perfect. Sorin, thank you for hitting 0 mana thing. Like, I really needed it. I don't want to go to like 5 or lower. So we cut down, we get back the Intimidation Campaign, and then we counterspell whatever they play, if that's something meaningful. If not, we can ramp the mana. We actually don't have enough mana. Like, we have such insane mana sinks, like with 3 steps ahead. We can just copy the vaults and just go crazy. So we will never lack value, basically. Sure. That actually helps us. Also, he needs to make some plays main phase, so we will get this mana for a while, unless they really want to burn it. I think we're in a really good spot. Moment they stop drawing bombs, like it falls completely for their, on them. And the fortress will be annoying, but it's a nice cut down target. Well, absolutely. Also, we know his hand, so we know he cannot follow up. I just think I will draw cards. Right? Pixies aren't threatening at all. We can take hit on Sorin. So I actually can burn all the mana, but I don't have enough, so we just go with this. I think we don't have enough. Yeah, we lack 1 mana. But that's fine, we'll just get the clue. Also we target, which is nice. That means cut down will reset Intimidation Campaign even more. Thank you. Thank you. I kinda want the mana, but probably the other cards are better. See? Moment he stopped drawing some... Man, he actually drew Sorin anyway, so that was a bomb, but it wasn't strong enough. Alright, so the decision is, do we want to play Sewers, or we keep the cut down? And I honestly think we go this on turn 4. I think it's lesser risk than now, because the Dimir can get very strong 2-drops, depending on which version they play. Cool. So this seems to be a control version with Duress, I guess. So... Man, they actually went for the cut down. That tells a lot. I didn't expect they will go for it. So we need the Deduce. Because they're on the play, we don't have a counterplay. So they need to play something really strong here. Alright, so what they want to hit right now? Probably 3 steps ahead, because we can counter their next play. Especially that we get Surveil, so our next draws, yep. And that means we didn't need to cast the Deduce. They want us to cast the Deduce, so that explains the cut down. Let's see. They still seem to have something. This could be Spell Pierce. Some versions play 1, but the chance is super low. Okay, this is a nice draw. I mean, kinda obviously, like they removed it a moment ago. So we prepare for a cut down into Clue, basically. I think we're in a decent spot, just because we have Robbery to refill, and we just need to, fight for the value. Oh no, I should kill it before, because it seems they might be playing Kaito right now. In which case I don't have a counterspell, because I need to pay 1 mana, because I'm on the draw. And that means I'm 1 mana short. Bronco is way easier to manage. I don't mind it at all. The Underdog. Well, this will be absolutely a problem. Alright, shall we start? I'm not sure what exactly are we going, against the Underdog. We have to kill Bronco here. This stacks damage way faster, but at the same time... let's go for Surveil. We need to get this out of the way. I mean, this is a good one, right? It should help us at some point during the game. We would love to play this with a card draw, but we probably won't be able to. They can use Field of Ruin to, cycle basically our top card. So the game is kinda even. I think they have advantage. They know about 3 steps ahead, but what can you do, man? I will allow them, because I know that my next card is Virtue of Persistence, so I can kill it. This is actually a pretty good target for us. Man, they always draw at least 2 bats. And let's draw a card. That also means we get a surprise card, which is a big deal. Because we need something that isn't a land, please, Shuffler. Okay, this is honestly a very good one. Alright, we go Virtue. That opens a counter spell. And we have enough to pay, so if they play like Make Disappears or something... Okay, I mean that's fine. Still cost them a card. It's a dead card, but it's still a card. We don't get the life gain, but I don't think that's the biggest deal. It will take a while before the Tenacious Underdog kills us, and we can always go for the frog. I just don't want to kill it, so I don't want to give him cards. Alright, now we untap. Let's go with Mirrex. I wonder, if they ramp us, they probably will Field of Ruin at the end step. And you know what, I honestly don't think we care. I'm just considering a huge robber right now. I need to think about this. So we can kill Underdog when they play it, with 3 steps ahead, and we draw cards. And they're really behind. I kinda like this play. Alright, and now we get our mana for 3 steps ahead, which is really nice. They unfortunately know about it. But, I mean, what can you do? What can you do? They absolutely batted us out of existence, you know? And here's our 5 mana. So, they need to make a play. Are you serious? How can you draw so well, man? You are just a god of magic. Alright, we get rid of the land. Even though it's a good card, I think we go like this. Oh, man. Sure. The problem is that we are on the back foot against this. So if our opponent is so good at magic, we actually might lose. Alright. I will play a land. We will probably go with invasion. We need to steal probably a bat. I'm kinda leaning to... So, okay, let's play land first, because we absolutely need it. So we can go Deadly Cover-Up. We have 3 mana for Invasion of Amonhead, which is kinda okay. I also get rid of the Underdog. Let's go, let's go. It's not the best play, but we need to solve it somehow, right? Let's go double cut down, Deduce, and this. I could also go Virtue. I don't think it makes a big difference. And, well, can I do it? Okay, let's try it. Alright, I actually didn't know about it. Alright, that's a good deal. We still are against the Tenacious Underdog. But at least, for now, we don't have this problem. Alright, that's an interesting one. And because we know exactly what's up, let's play Invasion. Because that will hurt them, and they need to make the decision right now. We milled 2 of our wincons. Well, those were good draws. But, okay, we have Jace. That's really nice. Alright, and here's the Trespasser. We don't have white mana. I think we just go Virtue of Persistence if we can. If we have enough mana, I need to count. Okay, he is fully tapped, so we go 4, 7. I need 1 more. That's kinda bad. Alright. Alright. This will be painful, but I think we have to go for it. And we have to kill it, right? Oh man, this is so painful. But yeah, and then we go with probably Jace. I wanted to use this Vault to get good draws, but I guess we won't be able to. That is a bit of a pain. I will go for this and probably +1. Because there is a chance we might keep protecting it. And it also means we have more life total. I need Virtue of Persistence. Alright. This is annoying, but maybe you can survive. Because I can... Yeah, I probably will have 9 mana on the next turn, right? We have 8, but with Jace we should draw 1. Well, this is also interesting. But we will go like this. Alright, we are going second with 0 removal, so if we hit aggro, we are toasted. If we hit a normal deck that wants to play magic, I think this could be an amazing hand. Alright, it seems that there might be a second magic enjoyer on the ladder. Alright, let's see. Or it could be just mountain. Alright, thank you, that's absolutely amazing. I will main phase Deduce, because I don't want to give them, you know, answers. We probably need to get into Treasure Vault because I need to cycle a lot of cards. But so far so good, honestly. And we'll keep playing Deduce, playing lands. March is a good idea, but they don't realize how many Deduces we have. Intimidation Campaign is a high value target, so we won't play it into the normalize. Well, I guess we will get Emperored on this turn, but what can you do? What can you do? Hello. I will try to kill all the loyalty. Okay, Memory Rush is actually not the worst. They are drawing cards, but we are also drawing cards. We will also play Intimidation Campaign, I think. If they had any creature, we could play this and save it with Cut Down if they target it in any way, with like March or something. Yeah, I want 4 mana on this turn, that's kinda important. We want 3 steps ahead open. So if they go like Jace or something, we want a counter spell. They will be at 5 mana, which means or 4 mana, so they cannot normalize on top of Jace. And that means we can draw cards on this turn, which is really nice. I have to tap. If they play Emperor, we just fight her. Okay, this is a nice draw. The problem for him is if he wants to abuse the fact that we are tapped out, he needs to tap the mana on his turn. Okay, Duress is huge. This is a really huge card. I honestly don't need the cut down, but it also can be good against Anchorage. Like, they have a lot of them. Okay, this is huge. Sorry, bro. I need to think. We can do so much, but I think we'll pass the turn most likely. With double counterspell, there's no reason for, you know, shenanigans. We could go Duress, but I rather do it before I go for some, you know, strong plays. This is more expensive version of the cut down. Like, we only hit Anchorages. We'll draw more. Alright. If they want to do something, we have the counterplay. Unfortunately, this will be a Memory Rush turn, so it's a little bit scary. It is a little bit scary. Okay, this is my best card. I start with it because I want to know exactly what I'm against. It's hard to, you know, guess at this point. Will I counterspell their counterspell? No. No, I won't. I think they have more. Alright, man, this is intense. I know it might look like nothing is happening, but oh boy, there is a lot happening here. Okay, so this is Memory Rush turn. We need 3 mana open and probably another 3 mana. We need to get rid of this card advantage they are having. Mirrex, alright. That definitely forces a Memory Rush. Let's prepare. You know how it ends. You know how it ends. Oh, the small one. Huh. Alright. I will allow the small one. The important thing, after we use Mirrex, we still have 3 mana for a counter spell. This will be hard. Our opponent is burying us under the value a little bit. And they are not constrained by no rotation build. They have all the tools. So, Union, absolutely fine. We could go for a robbery, but then they can get really good at... Man, every time I play Mirrex, it's just Field of Ruin instantly. Alright, but that means if they go for Field of Ruin on this turn, they cannot Memory Rush, which is huge. Sure, I'll take it. This is actually okay for us. We don't have any place for this end step, so it's fine. It's fine. And we still have the might. Yep, robbery for... Okay, this is huge draw. I really want lands. I could go for Deadly Cover-Up right now, but first we attack and we see what happens. This is getting to a little bit of a rough stuff. Because if I cast... So, I can cast this, if they counterspell, I need to counterspell, and then they can double normalize us. And then I'm tapped for their turn, and it could be devastating. I mean, they cannot use it now. I'm not sure how we will play it out. Like, we don't. Our build is a bit weaker because they run more counterspells than us. And oh boy, they really absolutely love those Memory Deluge. That's the third one in 19 cards. Oh man, this is insane. I think they have no more lies at this point. The problem is, every card though they play, I need to counter twice, so it drains my counter spells like crazy. What is the counterplay? I can go for 5 mana, maybe. I think that this is what we have to do. I don't love it, but it might get messy, and 3 mana is enough to go against Memory Deluge. Well, they will play a land into Normalize probably, but what can you do? We absolutely don't need the cut down. Alright. Like, we have tools, but it's all the question of how many counter spells they drew, and with triple Memory Deluge, they are on their absolute best draw against this matchup. Okay, we absolutely want to untap. Can I stop drawing cut downs, please? That would be absolutely awesome. 40 cards. Right, so 4. Yeah, they have no more lies potentially. Listen, I don't love it, but I really think we have to go for it. And let's go triple Deduce, or maybe go for the Throat ones. And I will counter it, it's too huge of a card. Or they will play another Memory Deluge, but you know, man, they literally drew all of their value cards in top 20 cards. You just cannot make it up, man. This is okay, so they want to counterspell this. And it seems they didn't draw a counterspell, that makes sense. Man, they only have 2 blue mana, so even if they go 3 steps ahead, they cannot use the remaining 2 mana to normalize. They can... Yeah, I mean, it works. Man, I just got... Oh my god, this draw. This guy knows how to draw. Oh my god. Okay, let's... Wow, this is so packed with sweepers. Man, this is an... Okay. 4 normalized, they actually didn't draw any of them. They only are drawing Memory Deluge. Okay, this is officially the weirdest game ever, and I love it. Alright. We will counter one of the Jace. And that's pretty much it. Just please, don't draw normalize. I will rage quit. I officially will rage quit this game if they draw normalize. We can get rid of one of them, but that's it. They drew something. No way. The priority is Anchorage, right? There's no way they drew a counter spell right now. To be absolutely honest, it's 7 cards out of 38, so the chance is actually decent. Okay. So, what about this one? If that's a control in any way, we want to make sure, like, I will go with Intimidation Campaign. Like, I need lands, I need some, you know, good value, and with this we should be absolutely fine. Here's the land for the next turn. And when we start targeting something, you can even target with Jace on -2. We are getting all this value back, so we just need to get a healthy, you know... Oh man, this is such a bad play for them. I'm still going with it. I need to hit my lands for the next turns. Thank you. As long as we hit lands, we are absolutely fine. And with extra cardo, we have very easy. So our opponent missed a land drop, and we didn't, because our deck does a little bit more here. And with this, we are getting huge advantage. I played the non-tap land because I want to 3 steps ahead. 4-drop is a big moment when they can, you know, do stuff, basically. I think we have enough to support this. I want to target something, because then we get all of this back, and that potentially means a lot of extra value. I think I will let him play like the biggest planeswalkers they can go is like Chandra, so it's probably like 6 mana for the big plays. And until then I can get all the value. Let's go for a blue one, even though we have so many black cards. Alright, untap land, great. Intimidation Campaign. I tell you, man, this is great. And now I think we are keeping the counter spell. We have 3 more, so we will draw into them sooner or later. And I'm not... so for now I won't tap anymore, probably. Like, I always want this one counter spell. No creatures, so Virtue of Persistence. Well, the last game was a bit of a weird scoop, but to be absolutely honest, if you have blue color and Boros is built against aggro and not to fight control, they don't really have too many plays. Like, they have like Emperor's Chandra, and that's kinda it. So when they see you stack lands and value, like, they know it won't go well, especially that we play Robbery, and this is extremely good against control decks. Not only you get lands for days, but you also get the best planeswalkers, you know, counter spells, helixes, so we have plenty of everything. And because we play 4 of them, while also milling our opponent, we also get so many extra tools. And we still have double Jace, 4 Robbers, so no, we have ways to deal with our opponent. Honestly, the Collector's Vault is low-key an amazing card. It's not as good as Celestus for cycling, just because you need to invest some extra mana for it, instead of giving mana. However, the treasure tokens can be absolutely useful, especially that some cards like Robbery scale infinitely, even cards like 3 Steps Ahead. If you can get some, you know, extra creatures sometimes, it can be huge. And even though you don't play creatures, I mean, you can steal them, you can always take Mirrex, or you can even try to copy Reef, like if you are an absolute madman with like 14 mana. But, you know, you have a lot of mana sinks. With Robbery, the more mana you have, the more cards you have, and then you can start playing all the cards you have stolen from your opponent, so you probably won't miss them. With Intimidation Campaign, you also have kinda infinite mana sink, just because you can, you know, just keep replaying it, and we are really good at targeting everything. Even Jace, don't forget the +1 can target, but if there are no creatures, if you are playing against, you know, some control deck, you can always -2. Not only you get extra card, but you also get all the Intimidation Campaigns back, and you can do it twice if you played the Jace for a full cost. Also, we have Virtue of Persistence, so a low-key, you know, sneaky wincon right there. And yeah, with double Demolition Field, I went a little bit harder than usually, and triple Mirrex, we are kinda good on the, you know, Mirrex wars. You have seen that we usually were able to remove at least one of them. I had to go lower on the Deduce, so I honestly tried first without cutdowns, because I wanted to be, you know, sneaky on the value. But man, it was super hard. It felt better when I added cutdowns. They're not easy to cycle, and that's why we have Collector's Vault. This can absolutely cycle it, so you get a different card, and, you know, worst case, if you can target literally anything, you can bounce Intimidation Campaign and turn it into a new card this way. So yeah, we also don't have Path of Perils. I actually really wanted to get this card, but Path of Peril. And, you know, like, this would be great, especially with all the aggro running around, but, well, it's rotation-proof build. We cannot do it. But if you have those cards and, you know, you want to try this deck, for now you can absolutely use it. You can slot some Path of Perils, probably 3 or 4 would be great, especially that you can always cycle them if the matchup is, you know, wrong. So I hope you guys enjoyed this deck, and yeah, those games, they were pretty intense. I'm not gonna lie, like, I enjoyed them, but I was on the edge of my seat in some of them, especially the control one. I'll be honest, I wanted to mention it in the outro, but I kind of forgot. Like, I'm pretty sure we would win this game if he didn't top deck a counter spell. Why? Because we had Robbery. So after he whiffs, he plays 1 Jace, mills 15 cards, I think we're at 35 or something, and then we cast Robbery for full value, and we would probably steal more counter spells from him than he would draw, and then we can start, you know, drawing cards, getting more Robberies, and just starting to steal their deck into Jace. So I'm honestly sure that we would win, and that also means Ever Deadly Cover-Up that would hit next time would exile all of the Jaces from the deck, so suddenly he cannot mill us all the way through, and that means we probably have like 20 turns to outvalue this guy. So I honestly believe that we would win. Oh, but he drew it. He drew it. I hope you still enjoyed that game. So guys, really thank you for watching. I do appreciate it, and I hope you have as much love for Dimir as I do. About the build, rotation proof build definitely feels a little bit weaker. I miss Celestus. There's no green for Cornucopia, so that's why we're trying to go a little bit, wonky about it. But I can absolutely feel the difference in Dimir. But we will see. We try to battle Memory Deluge decks without Memory Deluge, and we're basically on the winning side until the last draw. So I think it's a good sign still. So guys, thank you, and see you guys tomorrow.
With